not giving. TikTok. Um, okay. So now, with that being said, this does need to be raised. Let's move all of this out of the camera. Hello, hello, hello. Just getting set up for the interview. My camera is kind of in the way. I'll just close it. Um, I don't know why I thought this light worked. Oh, maybe it does. Oh, that's cute. But it's not doing nothing. Okay, so we're gonna get started in a little bit. I need to cut some air on in here because it is hot. It is hot. Y'all see it's beautiful outside today. Beautiful, beautiful. Remote. Okay, so let's see. This is like look good. Oops, did I pause it? Hello, hello, hello. Let me wipe this camera off. Okay, that's a lot better. Well, you know what? Probably should have been playing some music or something. What's going on? Why is this turning down? Let's turn it back up. You guys hear me okay? Okay. Really not that. So until we get ready to start, which is going to be very, very soon. Very, very soon. I'm actually going to go run and get the thing really quick. I'll be right back. We are going to get started very soon, you guys. This interview is going to be amazing. We are just getting set up right now. The interview is going to happen on TikTok. So if you want to see the full interview, follow me at Melanated Travel Bay on TikTok. So my name on YouTube is Melanated Travel Bay, but my name on TikTok is also Melanated Travel Bay. So make sure you follow me on there if you want to see the full interview, like right now. I don't know why. Oops. Why this is paused? Oh no. It's very pausy. Okay, let's cut my. Okay. Sorry, trying to figure out why the internet is being like. But what I was saying was, I'm gonna be recording my side of the interview. If you want to see the full interview, you can follow me on TikTok, which is also Melanated Travel Bay. We're gonna be live on TikTok for the interview. So make for the interview. So make sure you tap in. But if you're cool, just saying. What time is it? 9:43. It's 9:43 in the morning here in Thailand. As you can see, it's daytime. So we are gonna get started very, very soon. I'm just gonna run to the restroom. I think I. Almost. very, very soon. Let me check in with her and see. Make sure we still good. Let me see if she is on here yet. Dang, I got a lot of notifications. Okay, here it comes. Okay, so she should be hopping on soon. If you guys are following me on Instagram, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why this thing keeps freezing. It's really irking me because I don't understand. I'm gonna sit down soon, so that's why I'm angling it. Sit the chair this way. Okay. I think that's good. Oh, my glasses. This thing keeps freezing. There we go. I don't know why this keeps freezing, y'all. I'm so sorry. I feel horrible because I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. So I don't know why it keeps freezing. I figured that out though. All that glare on glasses. That's gonna irk me. Maybe I just make sure I put my head down. Please make sure you guys like and subscribe. Like this video once it gets posted and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a lot more podcast interviews, so you're going to see this often. Okay, we're about to go live. It's open. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, there's my video.
We'll start exactly on time, so that way it gives people a minute to join.
Yeah, no worries. How are you doing today?
Good. I just been doing some cleanup. That's the main thing I was doing earlier today.
Nice. These glasses are actually doing the most. Oh, no,
Just prepping and preparing my questions and all that good stuff. So let me go ahead and share the live out. I know people forget.
Yeah.
Live right now until it's time for us to start. everybody joining. Thank you for joining the live stream. Make sure you hit that orange heart me, tap the screen, and also share us out before we get started. Swagger, what's going on? I need to share it too. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for that daily heart me. I appreciate you. Make sure you tap up that screen and also share us out to your top 10 people. All right, still got about 2 more minutes. Parody, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Tamika, what's going on? Hey, show, what's up? Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Make sure you go ahead and give that screen a good tappy tap. And also grab that orange heart me if you can. That would help out a lot. Right, I'm about to send my last few invites. Alrighty, we are almost at 77. Let's at least get 100. So just tap a little bit more, y'all. There we go. Alright, we'll pause the music. The music is done. Alright, y'all in the seat, in their building. Make sure you grab your water, your popcorn, whatever you need, so we can get this going. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to Melanated Travel Bay, and you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, my name is Derica. I am a business coach and serial entrepreneur. I live here in Bangkok, Thailand. I am an expat, and
Love that. And how long have you been on TikTok so far?
I actually have no idea. Probably a lot longer than I was active, if that makes any sense. So maybe like 2 years.
Okay, yeah, that's not too bad.
Not a long time. I was
All right,
against
so
it.
I always ask. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was against it at first, but now I'm addicted.
Hey, well, so yes, we all get that TikTok fever. Thank y'all for liking up the live. I appreciate it. Okay, so I always ask my icebreaker. So this is the controversial one, but it's not really that controversial. What goes in first, the milk or the cereal?
Oh, definitely cereal.
All right, y'all, make sure y'all chime in too in the chat. Which one y'all feel like goes in first, the milk or the cereal? Yes, that's right, Booty. Make sure y'all tell my moderator, tap that screen, okay? Keep it going, keep it going. That's what we love to see, them hearts. All right, so.
So I think she just created this like love in me to want to explore and see new things and just go places.
Nice. And how did you create that into like an opportunity where you can kind of do it on a full-time basis?
So the first thing is I remember getting pissed because I didn't have PTO or because my boss wouldn't give me PTO or for whatever reason, the trip was not coming out of the group chat. And I remember like the first time that happened, and I feel like it was different when I wasn't making like great money, but when I started making really good money and I knew how much of an asset I was to this company, and I knew for a fact that me not being that I had done that because then they all ended up coming in handy, but yeah, I just really got tired of not being able to travel when I wanted to, or somebody telling me when I can and can't go somewhere as if I'm not a grown adult.
Yeah, same. I say working for the week, cause man, you gotta listen to anything they say. You can't go to the bathroom. You can't drink water when you want. You can't be forever on your break when you want. You gotta go on your teeth. Whatever they say goes.
Yep, yep.
So I think you kind of answered this other question in
Okay.
within what you were already saying, but are you more of a solo traveler or do you like to travel in groups as well?
I mean, I think I would prefer to travel in groups, right? But I think because we're all adults and everybody has their own life, I think it's really hard for everybody to coordinate and be on the same plan and idea and have the same financials and all of the things. People have kids, people are married. I don't have neither one of those things, right? So if I got the money in my bank account, I could literally book a ticket right now. And the minute we get off of this phone call, I could go pack my bags and go right to the airport. And that is not something that everybody has the luxury of doing, which I realize, but that makes it hard for me to travel with other people. So I kind of became a solo traveler by default because I wanted to travel more than I wanted to wait for everybody else to travel with me.
Hey everybody coming into the room, make sure you that heart me, make sure you tap that screen, make sure you all that, and make sure you share it out to your top 10 people. Thank you, Foodie, for all your shares. All right, so our next question is gonna be, um, do you feel like traveling is therapeutic for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, very much so. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need a therapist, right? But I think that there are certain things that your therapist can't teach you, and there are certain things that only traveling is going to trigger or tap into for you to even know that that was a thing to begin with.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Hey, K Diamond, welcome in. Thank you for joining the live stream. I know a lot of people use travel as therapy, but I say it's just an enhancement because I'm
Okay.
always working on myself, just traveling, but also, reading books, listening to podcasts, different things just to grow and better myself. But I feel like also seeing the world. If you already seen us, make sure you drop us that follow in Thailand.
I don't really have a routine or a schedule, and I know that sounds bad, um, but I guess I have like a loose version of it, but it's nothing like the version of it when I had a job, or even when I was like hustling in my business, right? Like there was a hustle phase in my business. It was like, all right, I would get up, I would do this. We doing this. We gotta go here. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. We gotta go to this person. We gotta go to this event. We gotta set up this. We gotta do this. And now it's not that I don't have a lot to do. My a lot to do like yesterday was sit by the pool in my bathing suit and get on live and talk to everybody about why I moved to Thailand, right? That was the thing on my to-do list. Um, just it's different. So I don't really have a routine so much as I feel like that's part of the reason why I moved here was for freedom, right? And although I
Yeah.
do want consistency, the requirements of a routine are not today. Or tomorrow I'm gonna go take a nap at 2 o'clock. Or the next day I'm gonna go that because there's certain things you're supposed to do. And there's sometimes like I have a list of things I'm supposed to do and it might not get done, right? But that's
Right.
it, because I didn't move here to be in that same grind and hustle and bustle and flow. If I took time to rest and relax, it was because my body really needed it. So I'm really trying to honor that.
Nice. I love that. And it's very important to honor your body as well. So what's one of like your favorite places that you've traveled?
Mm. I really think it's Cuba. Even though I moved here, Cuba to me is just not a feasible place for me personally to live as a business. I do know expats who live there for like short periods of time, but I think on a long term basis, I don't know how feasible that really is. But I loved Cuba. That was like probably the biggest appreciation, genuine appreciation, right? Because there's infatuation for us as black women, and then there's appreciation for us as black women. I've gone a lot of places where they like us, right? They're catcalling, they want to talk, they want my number, they want to take me out, but it's completely different when there's an
Yeah,
appreciation
definitely.
for it, Like, I feel like in Cuba, it was more like they saw me and they were like, oh my gosh, you were so beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, you know, it was more of that versus like, look at I love
Yeah, that was
that.
beautiful for her. She's like, I don't even know Spanish that well, but they made it work. Hey, Miss Tiffany, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you guys for everybody who's rolling in. Just letting you know we are doing a podcast special. We are talking with our beautiful Black travel expert. She is giving us some gems and just backstory on her travel adventures. So make sure you follow me and follow her as well. So when it comes to your business, I've heard of a digital nomad, but
Nomad part basically just doing that, right? So, like back when I said that I started setting up my businesses to be able to sustain me traveling is because I knew that if I wanted to travel more, the only way for me to get out of what I was already dealing with, which was having to stay in California because I had to make money, was find a way that I could make money from my computer. So yeah, I set up all of my businesses that way from the beginning. If I could figure out a way where the business could sustain itself from my laptop or without inventory that could ship from somewhere else or from me, that was not a business idea for me.
awesome. And then what kind of consulting do you do?
Yes, so I do like business startup consulting. So basically, I have corporate to CEO programs, which are basically for people who either want to leave their job and go into a business, or they just want to supplement their income in their job, right? So I know people who make $100,000 a year, but they also have three kids, right? So when you're trying to juggle everything, sometimes that $100,000 sounds like a lot until it's not. So maybe they just want extra income, right? I have a friend who's an engineer. She went to school and got a master's, three kids, right? Because I think that's what a lot of people do is they go get a business that they like, but does that align with your lifestyle, right? So we really sit down and figure all of that out on a one-on-one basis. I think that's a lot of things that coaches don't do either, right? Everybody wants to send you to a class or to some computer program to learn for some video that they pre-recorded, and I don't do that. We talk one-on-one just like this. If there's anything that's going on right now, we deal with it in real time. I go over it with you in real time and help you through every single thing that you need. If there's anything that they need, even outside of our meetings, they have my phone number, right? Which a lot of coaches don't do. But if you're working on, let's say you're working on getting your business set up, and you have set up time to do it, and you're in the mood and you're focused. I don't want to mess up that focus simply because I can't answer your question that takes 5 minutes, right? Call me, text me. Let's talk about it really quick, and then we're good. And then you have something checked off your list that you don't have to wait until the following week. So I feel like a lot of, right, which was somebody who actually cared to see through the end to make sure you actually started the business or that everything went the way it should and that you were okay with the outcome, right? So that's like the
Yeah,
gist,
and I
I
love.
guess, of my business as coaching. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like people don't get that personal touch anymore where they have the person's number. They're kind of like run into either Zoom or something. It might not even be one on one, it might be a group of people. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you really don't get catered to the way you might want to get catered to. So I feel like that's a beautiful touch that you have, that you actually see them all the way. You just don't give them the steps, but you actually walk with them in the journey of getting to where they want to be.
Yeah, because everybody learns differently. So I think that's when you look back and you think of people who were genuinely helpful, I want to be on that side of the coin.
Nice. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of my gifters, everyone who's been gifts, also my co-host from gifts, and everybody who's been tapping the stream so far. Let's get those tapped up. Yes, let's drop FYP down in the chat so we can make the FYP. Also share the live as well so more people can learn about Black travel and consulting and everything else that she got going on. All right. So we asked about your favorite places, but what's like a bucket list place that you haven't been to really want to go?
Iceland.
Nice. I've actually heard about Iceland, but I don't ever wanted to go there. I feel like one of my bucket list places that a lot of people are now just getting into is Ireland. Like that, seeing the
Oh.
castles and all the stuff they got going on there. That's definitely somewhere that I personally want to go. But yeah, Iceland is definitely a good one too.
I love that. My grandma actually just told me she really wanted to go to Ireland too. So I think you know.
Want to travel overseas, I'd rather go when it's not everybody and their mama there. So that's another thing I learned about traveling too. You don't want to go at the peak season. You kind of want to go in the off season, so you can have a better experience, and it's not everybody running around at the same time.
Right, right, yeah.
But is there anything you miss about the state?
Yeah. And I know this sounds really, really bad, but the food. And I mean, from a overall perspective, not what we genuinely really know about the food, right? But I miss like going to restaurants and there's a potato option. So either like French fries or mashed potatoes or baked potatoes. I miss going to restaurants and getting like steamed broccoli or steamed asparagus or grilled asparagus if I remember the system or something. So you don't get a lot of raw vegetables here. You get other way, I guess American meals are set up bread. You don't get bread with your meals. I miss bread. So just, you know, the little things. I'm not a big rice person and there's rice everywhere, you know? So that's probably the number one thing. I'm a true foodie. I got one package and it was full of food.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a big food person too. But I love types of food. Internationally, I'm here for it. If people be like, "You like Indian food?" I'll be like, "Yeah, Mediterranean, Thai, Japanese, Chinese, Mongolian. Like, I'm here for it." A lot of people are not adventurous with their food, but I can do it all. So what's something about Thailand that people might not know?
Mm. People don't know.
I feel like we know Philippines and like all the beautiful buildings and stuff that they have there, and the animals and that kind of the religious background behind Thailand and stuff of that nature, being in the forest and things of that. But we don't really know anything like that's not given to us already.
The only thing that I can think about, because initially stuff like air quality comes to mind, but I think that has been put out recently, so I think that's common knowledge. The fact that it's humid all the time, I think at first everybody is humid, but I think everybody knows that also with green and not coming to an agreement is their form of still at war. So I didn't know that when I moved here. I had no idea that they had an issue with them. I thought everything was
Right,
cool
that's something I never knew either.
in the hood. And then I went to go
Yeah,
do a border run, and they were like, nope, nope, borders closed, nope, borders closed, borders closed. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I don't know if you heard about the bombing a couple weeks ago. They bombed like a temple or something in Thailand or some area in Thailand close to the border. I was like, I didn't even know y'all was mad at each other. I think that was something that I was like very like, oh, what the hell? I went from one place to another place, you know?
And is there like a black community out there in Thailand at all?
Yeah, that was actually the reason why I moved. Because you could give me all of the things. Like, I know a lot of people move for cheap rent. That wasn't it. You could go lots of places and get rent cheaper than California, right? That wasn't it. If it wasn't also like the affordability of like little things, it was really the black community. Like, I love that. Like being in San Diego, I found it really hard to find black community. I had to join like a social club to really be around black women. So coming here and being able to do that very easily just by joining some Facebook groups, I was like, I love this because when I want to come out, I can come out, and when I don't want to go out, I can stay in. But there's always something to do. Somebody always has an event. People are always meeting up. So I love that.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the wave now. I've seen that a lot on social media. Why people have moved to Thailand was for those like cheap rent and like, oh, they don't do all these background checks and all this other stuff, and you can get this for way less than you can get in the States. And then also the thing you said about the social clubs, that's a big thing. I've more and more on here. People are creating their own clubs and stuff to meet new people and make new friends and build community. Because sometimes it is hard on your own. Even like living out here, you were in San Diego, but just Los Angeles itself. There's a lot of people that are like clicked up, or they only want to be with certain people because of the aesthetics, what they look like, what they might have, what they don't have, but they present it in a way like they have everything.
Yep. And I think that plays into why I wanted to move also. Set of makeup to even do my hair done before I left the house, and I had to have my makeup done, and I had to have clothes, and I had to wear heels, and I had to be super dressed up for work every single day, even though I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning. And it was just like, is this me, or is this like the pressure of everybody else is wanting me to do or thinking that I should do? So which is why when I came to Thailand, I was like, forget it. I'm not doing any of the things, right? That's not all to me. And my journey is for a deeper reason outside of just wanting everybody to think I look cute.
Yeah, and I think that's what the misconception when I come online and people see makeup, I'll be like, this is just the 10%. Like, if I was not on live, if I was not streaming, if I was not doing this podcast, I am completely barefaced, even at work. That is a rare occasion. Somebody will see me at makeup and then they'll compliment it. They'll be like, I didn't know you could do makeup like that. I was like, yeah. It has to be on the day where I'm like, oh, I have the time. Hey, fresh, but when I don't, I just be like, this is what y'all get. Y'all want me to be on work on time, or do y'all want me to look good?
Right. Your makeup does look really good, though, by the way.
Yes, thank y'all for tapping up the screen. And if y'all are just tuning in, we are having a discussion about Black travelers, her experience as a traveler. She's also a consultant and a digital nomad. So if you need help with growing your business and getting to that next level, definitely reach out to her and hit her up. Her social media is all melanated travel based, so make sure you look her up on Instagram, here on TikTok as well, and on YouTube. Make a new goal? Okay, Booty, I will definitely do that. All right, so what are some easy ways others can get into travel?
Or from your laptop. And I don't think initially when you travel that the destination is as important as you just going, right? There are people who have never left the perimeters of their area code, right? So just going somewhere is the goal at first, right? Like I used to tell people from Virginia, go to DC, right? DC is lit. Go to DC. Have fun. Take the train, or do a road trip, right? Or Maryland, and maybe you take a flight, right? Or you never really know what the prices look like until you look, right? I found a flight to Costa Rica for $182. I never had plans to go to Costa Rica until I saw a flight for $182, you know? So
just, yeah, anything under 200 is a good deal for me.
Okay. Yeah, just look it up.
Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. Yeah, and is there any like websites you use like to help you find cheaper prices, or do you just go on Google and try to see what's out there?
So I don't watch anything, because when you start watching flights, it tracks your IP. Google Explorer on I want to go somewhere international and my budget is $800, and I put in 800. If I want to go somewhere, but I'm not really too picky on where it is, I put the budget at $300, and like Costa Rica comes up, then I'm going to Costa Rica, right? And then being here in Asia, in Thailand, you could go to country for like super cheap. I could go to Singapore for $100. I go to Indonesia for $100. I go to Vietnam for $100. I go to Cambodia for $100. You know, so yeah, that's my method, because I feel like it opens your.
Or do you also do like the bus or the train or any other sort of transportation, or is only just flying for the most part?
Since I moved to Asia, I do the other things. I took a bus to the beach, which is about like 3-4 hours away. Not the closest beach, but a different beach. I think that's it. I've done the bus. I did do the beach to the other. Yeah, I did the bus. But I'm a little bougie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a germaphobe, and I need a bathroom. I need soap and water. So there's lots of places I just don't want to put myself in to be that girl, right? Or a train where the bathroom is on the floor and then complain about the bathroom being in the floor. You know, that's just what it is.
Gotcha. Tips you can give about just keeping yourself safe when you're traveling?
Yes, I actually was just posting about this on Threads. There are these alarms. They look like door stoppers. And you basically put it at the door, and it is the loudest fucking alarm you've ever heard in your whole life. I take them everywhere. Normally they come back to 2. I put one at the front door of the space, And if I close the bedroom door, let's say it's like a bigger space, I'll normally door. I can't see the front door from my room, I'm gonna close my bedroom door. And then I'll put another one bedroom door. If you're in Mexico, what is it, carbon monoxide detectors, I would absolutely get one of those